boys aged between 14 and 16 will live together in Shropshire, continue their education at a local school, and helping to supervise their football coaching will be Bobby Robson, the England manager. The soccer school was his idea, and the hope is that it'll produce some top international players in years to come. And finally, the Prince of Wales, watched by his princess, this afternoon proved once again that he enjoys adventure. He joined the girls of Atlantic College in South Wales, which is famous for its outward bound activities, in a rescue exercise on the cliff tops. Gail Foley reports.
The Prince is a regular visitor to the college, but it was the first time his wife had met the students who come from nearly 60 countries to study here. The Princess, who's known to have a few anxious moments about his polo playing, stayed well in the background as her husband, kitted out in blue overalls and a regulation helmet, began the 50-foot descent of the cliff face. The stretch along this coast is becoming notoriously dangerous. There have been a number of rock falls this year, but flanked by 2 girl members of the rescue team and securely anchored to his safety line, the Prince made it to the bottom in safety. And when he got there, he was rewarded by a few cheers from some of the hundreds of students who'd gathered on the beach to watch.
And that's all from Newsround tonight, and a good job too, I think, because my voice is just about to conk out. But I hope to see you again round about the same time tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.
In a few moments, Simon Groom, Peter Duncan and Janet Ellis will be along with the Monday edition of Blue Peter. And there'll be a celebration of 20 years of Doctor Who.
Wuffer is a new series in which Wilfred Walter's nickname goes rather well with his job.
Oh, Sandy!
Now, Samantha, please. I'll get him back for you. Promise. That's what we dog wardens are for. What have we got here then, eh? Sandy? Come on then. Come on, Sandy. There, that's a good... Oh.
Wuffer starts at 4:40 tomorrow on BBC One.
And this is BBC One.
Well, if you're a Doctor Who fan, I'm sure you recognise those aliens. But what you may not know is those 6 are Doctor Who's top 6 opponents.
Yeah, they have all survived at least 2 conflicts with the famous time traveller. We're going to be celebrating Doctor Who's 20th anniversary a bit later on. But first, though, we've got some rather bad news, I'm afraid, because we discovered this morning that over the weekend, vandals broke into the Blue Peter garden and caused rather a lot of damage. And one really cruel thing they did was to pour fuel oil into the fish pond. Well, we've drained the pond and we've rescued some of the fish, but a few of them have died, and the oil itself has caused a lot of damage.
And the vandals then broke our lovely ornamental urn given to us by Mr. Taylor from Barnet. And if that wasn't enough, they then smashed up our sundial and then callously threw it into the pond.
And if that wasn't enough, they then trampled on the bedding plants as well. Well, we hope to repair the damage, and we may even be able to repair the ornamental urn. But it's very sad to think that a few people take such pleasure from harming their fellow human beings and from hurting animals as well. But we do have some good news. Just have a look at our appeal totaliser.
Yes, well done, the weather beaters. As you can see, we've reached the 40,000 mark on the totaliser, and the exact figure is £52,000, which really is superb. On our bring and buy sale map, we now have 1,993 bring and buy sales, and that includes one, incidentally, which isn't even on the map. It's off the map because it's actually in Antwerp in Belgium, would you believe so?
The real people undertake that.
Blue Peter's Silver Jubilee book is now available, and it includes a flashback to the very first programme, as well as highlights of the past year, and ideas for disguises and dressing up, and a prize competition. Tomorrow afternoon at 5:10, Roy Castle with Fiona Kennedy and Norris McWhirter discover some more record breakers, including the fittest man on Earth who can swim 2 miles, walk 50 kilometres, cycle 100 miles, and then run a 26-mile marathon and still win. That's record breakers at 5:10 tomorrow afternoon. Now, BBC One welcomes back Willo the Wisp. In Eureka on BBC Two very shortly, Sarah Green and Paul McDowell look at such inventions as the traffic light, lawnmower, hovercraft and pinball machine. That's followed at 6:10 by another episode of Life at Grange Hill. And Gripper finds that he isn't the only one who can set up an ambush. That's Grange Hill over on BBC Two starting at 6:10.
In 10 minutes' time, Spotlight will be looking at the lessons learned in Cornwall on how to cut heating bills. Chris Denham will be talking to the sailing granny who went round the world for charity, and the ex-Descent, the canoeists who tackle one of the toughest stretches of water in the southwest. Spotlight in 10 minutes.
Tonight, Terry and June entertain.
Well, if the party